is that, can I exclude something? And this is in Arabic known as al-istithna. So when you say an oath, or you swear by Allah Azza wa Jal, and you make an exception, then this exception is valid. So for example, if I say, Wallahi, I swear by Allah, I'm gonna come tomorrow, insha'Allah. This insha'Allah means that you're making an exception. If Allah is willing. So if I did not come, this is Allah's willing. Because I didn't come. If Allah willed it, I would have come. So you may argue, say, but Sheikh, you said this to protect yourself. I said, yes, it's true. And this is one of the legitimate ways of protecting yourself from atoning your oath and falling into breaking it, is to say, insha'Allah. Your son nags you that you take him tomorrow to the games, and you say, okay, I will do that, I will do that. Khalas, I said I'll do that. And he keeps on nagging on you, and he said, Wallahi, I'm not going to take you tomorrow to the games, inshallah. And I'll show you how you stop nagging. Now he doesn't know that inshallah here means that you have the choice to go through or not. So making an exception, making an istithna, is something that saves you from a lot of trouble. It is also important to note that what you intend is important, because we have something in Islam called al-ma'arid or at-tawriyah, which means a form of camouflaging what your statement is. So you surround it with ambiguity that can go both ways. And this is one of the ways of not lying. When the Prophet ﷺ saw a nomad in one of his expeditions, he asked him, did you see the people of Quraysh? And the man said, I will not answer you until you tell me where you are from. So the Prophet said, I will tell you where we are from after you answer me. So the man answered him. And then he said, okay, I did my part of the bargain. Where are you from? So the Prophet said, we're from water. And the word ma, which means water, has a number of meanings in Arabic. It can refer to a spring. You know, the nomads live in oases, in areas around the spring, so that they can water their flocks and herds from. So it's ma'ul Iraq, ma'u al-Bahrain, ma'u this, ma'u that. They associate with water an area. And it also means water, which is referred to in the Quran as semen. So when the Prophet said, we are from semen, we are from water, this is not a lie. The man thought it was the other meaning of water, which is a well or a spring. So he's asking, which spring are you referring to? So the Prophet did not say, and left. So the Prophet did not lie, but definitely the answer was not according to the man's anticipation. Now this ta'reed can sometimes be used with swearing. So when someone asks you, did you take my pen? I said, Wallahi, I did not take it. And intentionally, I'm intending I did not take it. That is your car keys. But you're asking me about the pen. So my answer is ambiguous because I'm referring to something else. Scholars say that whenever such an oath is given when you are the oppressor, in this case, it is according to the intention of the one asking you. Because this cannot be allowed. We are in a court of law, and the judge says, did you take $100,000 from him? And I say, Wallahi, I did not take it. And I intend, Wallahi, I did not take his car. I did not take his bag. I did not take his property. So the judge says, as long as he swore, you are free to go. And I'm happy. No, this does not exempt me from the sin, because the hadith is your intent, your oath, your swearing is according to your opponent's intention, not yours. So your opponent is asking about his pen and you swore about something else, this would not help you. And sometimes such wit is needed. It was reported that Ibn al-Jawzi, the great scholar of the 5th century, he's different to Ibn al-Qayyim or Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyyah, who is a student of Shaykh al-Islam bin Taymiyyah. He's a different person. He came in the 9th century or something like that. He died in there. No, this one is Abu al-Faraj, Ibn al-Jawzi, the compiler of the great book of Tafsir, Zadul Masir, and the great book Sayyidul Khatir, and many other books. And he was one of the great preachers that they say whenever he preached in the masjid, 5,000 to 10,000 used to attend and weep and cry when he reminds them of Allah Azza wa Jal. He was a full scholar from every aspect you look at him. The story goes that he was once in the masjid, in the grand masjid, and two groups of hooligans. One group is from the Sunni and one group is from the Shia. They had a dispute. They had an argument. Who was best, Abu Bakr or Ali? And they barged into the masjid with sparks flying from their eyes, intending to do harm to someone. Hooligans. And they asked, Imam, who's better, Abu Bakr or Ali? So he was a witty, smart man, and his answers were quick, decisive. So he said, I'm going to answer you in one statement, and I'm not going to allow this rubbish to continue in my masjid, and I'm leaving afterwards. So they said, okay. Who was better, Abu Bakr or Ali? He said, the one whose daughter was under him. And he left. Now, in Arabic, a wife is described as under me, meaning under my protection, under my guardianship, etc. So when he said the man whose daughter is under him, the Sunnis say, ha ha ha, that's Abu Bakr, because Abu Bakr's daughter is under the Prophet ﷺ, Aisha. So he's a better man. The Shia said, no. He was referring to Ali, because the Prophet's daughter is under him, because she's the wife of Ali. So Ali is better. And Ibn al-Jawzi left without making a sound. These ambiguous answers are extremely beneficial and good in cases where you need to defend yourself, not in cases where you want to oppress someone or to wrong them and you lie. There is a type of oath and swearing which is dependent on case-to-case scenario, but in case of harm or severe hardship, a Muslim is allowed to resort to that. A woman got married a couple of years ago, has a child. All of a sudden, it came to her husband to ask her this question: did you ever have an illicit relationship before marriage? Were you ever married? Were you ever in a relationship with another man? And she doesn't know what to say. She says, of course not. And such questions must not be answered. And you should show how furious and insulted you are when someone asks you such a stupid question. And only stupid men ask such questions. But the man comes and says, swear to me that you never had a relationship or I'll divorce you. So she calls, what to do, Sheikh? I said, swear to him. Say, Wallahi, I had never ever had a relationship with another man before you. And this is called swearing to seek refuge. At-ta'awudh. And this is dependent on case-to-case scenario, but it is permissible in order to avoid the worst of the two evils, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.